Hi, I'm Randy Altman with Post Perspective. We're here at NAB 2015, and I'm here with Joel Stoner from Altman Media, makers of Studio Suite. And they just announced a new version back in September.
Yes.
So
Studio Suite XI came out in September. And what Studio Suite is what we call studio management software, studio and production management software. It does all your budgeting, scheduling, project management, media asset management, equipment inventory, but also the communications that you have with your clients and your staff. And that's all accessible everywhere on your desktop, through the browser and the mobile devices.
Okay.
So everybody can be up to speed on what's going on multiple productions at any given time.
Now, I just want to go back a little bit because you were an actual Post user, and you sort of developed this out of your own need.
I did, yeah. I was a recording engineer mixer and had to make invoices, so 20 years ago I started building this, and then we came out with the product 17 years ago, and now we're in 50 countries around the world, with ranging from small work-at-home students and hobbyists on up to Fortune 100 companies that have in-house media production facilities where they need to schedule and budget, produce, and deliver content.
So again, it doesn't matter how big you are, you could take advantage of this.
Yes.
And what are some of the things that it helps in terms of like saving budget?
Right. Well, a lot of people, they'll do a budget on an Excel spreadsheet, and then reality happens, and then there's really never any comparison to the original plan. But the way Studio Suite is set up, you can define all of your rates, choose all the items that you're going to have. That builds a budget, then that converts into the actual, which appears on your calendar. Everybody's adjusting their times. I worked later, I worked earlier, we worked 4 extra days, we needed 2 more cameras, and we thought suddenly that compares instantly to the budget. So everybody knows where they went off the rails and how to do it better next time. But at the same time, we're keeping track of our inventory, making sure everybody's not working too much overtime, and all that, because all that's critical. And then it gets all sent out to an invoicing program and your third-party accounting software. So there's a flow from the very first phone call of, hello, client, what would you like to do, to starting to map it together out of the resources that you have available to you, turning that into reality, and then getting some money at the end, and all the while tracking the content that you're receiving and delivering at the end of the process.
So nothing gets missed from start to finish.
Exactly. That's the whole idea.
And this show, there's some new features I know, but also some partnerships?
Yes. Speaking of delivery, we're announcing new partnerships with Aspera and File Catalyst. We have always been able to track files that are related to a project within Studio Suite. And up until this point, we could deliver them and retrieve them via FTP. But starting now, we're, based on our partnerships, able to deliver via Aspera and File Catalyst using existing accounts that a customer may already have. And we can extend on their functionality because we've got the business side of it by logging these transfers and providing the opportunity to bill for them as well. As soon as it's sent, would you like to add this as a billable line item? Of course I would. And then that shows up on the invoice automatically instead of being, oh, we forgot about that. So it's now tracked, and as soon as it's sent and as soon as it's delivered, everybody that needs to know about it knows about it.
Okay, and in terms of the new features for the show?
Yeah, so we, in addition to that, we are starting to hear that Facebook is becoming the new video delivery platform. So as a result, in addition to being able to send files via Aspera and File Catalyst, we're now enabling the upload of content from Studio Suite directly to Facebook and YouTube and other video delivery services like Wistia. And then from within Studio Suite, we are actually tracking the play counts. So from the scope of the Studio Suite project or the content that's living in Studio Suite, we can see, oh, this got viewed 30 times on Facebook yesterday and 50 times on YouTube. And then you can see the chart. Speaking of charts, we've also added a bunch of charting or graphing in Studio Suite, so you can see on a project-by-project basis or a quarter-by-quarter basis how you're doing of your budgets versus your actuals, your profits versus loss, and nice, pretty Excel-like charts.
Fantastic. So what if there is somebody out there that wants to give it a try, not sure if that's where they want to go? Is this something that you could offer them?
Yeah, we have a 30-day trial from our website, studiosuite.com. And once you've got that, you can actually start populating your data, and then that can just turn right into your purchased version. So you can try it out to see if it works for you.
Fantastic. Very cool.
Yeah.
Is there anything I haven't asked that you feel is important?
Well, for breakfast, I had. I think that's pretty much it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. Joel, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me, and look forward to working with you some more.
Fantastic. Thank you. Randy Altman, Post Perspective, live from NAB 2015. Joel Stoner from Ultimedia. Thank you.